Hey guys, this is Stacker Factor, and this is how you can buy gold, silver, and other bullion much cheaper. Let's get stacking. Okay guys, before we start this video, I need to say that I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. This is just how I buy my bullion. Also, this is a remake of a video I made last week, but there were some audio issues, so I just decided to remake the whole video. Okay, so I'm on slickdeals.net. This is a really cool site because it has all kinds of stuff, but it has a great questions and answer section. So people will ask questions or leave comments and rate products, and it's really cool to get input from other people, especially people who are smarter than you on certain subjects. Today we are going up here to credit cards. Now, I use credit to get silver and gold cheaper. We're going to start with the card that I am familiar with. There are a lot of these here, but for the sake of time, we're just going to start with one card. Here we have the Capital One Saver One Cash Rewards credit card. I have this card. This is a great card. And the reason why I like this card so much is because of this sign-up bonus. When you sign up and get this card, if you spend $500 in the first 3 months that you have the card, you get a $200 statement cashback credit, okay? And what's cool about this credit is you can apply it to your card, or you can have Capital One send you a $200 check in the mail. Now, this $200 bonus activates after you spend $500 in the first 3 months. Pretty simple. If you buy a tube of Buffaloes, that's 40% off. That is really good, okay? That's $300 for a tube of Buffaloes once everything is said and done. Okay, but it gets better. This card offers 1% cash back. Some cards offer 2 or 3%, but 1% of 500 is $5. So you get, a little bit more. Very, very cool. Now, before you go charging up debt on credit, I pay off my cards usually within the first couple days, but the reason why I do that is I do not want to pay this interest here. It's 18 to 28% interest. If you charge up a bunch of high interest credit cards, you are probably financially struggling and you probably have bad credit, okay? So don't do that. However, this card does give you 15 months to pay it off at 0 APR. Very, very cool, but you shouldn't be taking 15 months. You shouldn't be taking 1 month. You should be taking 1 day. You should have your cash in hand before you use this card to buy bullion. That's what I do, okay? Now, the other cool thing about this card is it offers purchase protection. So say your bullion gets lost or something in the mail, the credit card company, in this case Capital One, will hook you up. They protect their customers. Also, Capital One gives you a free credit check when you sign up for this card. So you can check your credit whenever you want. I highly recommend you check your credit and be on top of your credit. The cool thing about this card, well, the other cool thing about this card is it will build your credit. If you get this card, you buy some stuff on it, you pay it off right away, throw it in a drawer, your credit's going to go up because of that. I like to keep a couple extra cards that I've paid off and don't use anymore in my car in case I forget my wallet or don't have a way to pay for gas and I need gas. The trick to that is you want to keep a $1 or $2 balance on the card, because if you keep a zero balance on the card after a year or two, they just close it, which doesn't really hurt your credit, but you lose the line of credit. So I like to keep a very low balance of like $1 or $2 on my cards that I've stopped using. And I usually stop using my card after I get this bonus, either move on to another card or, use it for something else. Let's see. They give you a little reason here why Slick Deals likes the card. Very cool, very, very cool. Let's go back here and explore a couple more. They have other cards like this. This is a City Double Cash card. I have this card too, but it's not as good, in my opinion, for buying metals as the last card we looked at, because you have to spend $1,500 to get that 200. I like to buy in bulk when I buy my metals, so that's why I have this card. It doesn't really matter to me. But what's cool is they give you 2% cash back. 2% of 1,500 is what, like 20, 25 bucks or something. I'm not very good at math, but it's free money. So very cool. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of these. You really want to make sure that you read the fine print, because some of them have different, like this one here, you can have 3%, but that's on gas, right? And then everything else is only 1%. So you really want to pay attention and make sure that you're getting all of the percentages correctly before you buy. And keep an eye out for some cards that have this annual fee here. You don't want to really pay that. A lot of cards will waive this fee for the first year and then hit you with the fee, you know, hoping you just forget about it a year later and not cancel the card. However, I've found that if you don't really use the card after a certain amount of time and they try to hit you with this fee, you can call them up and be like, hey, I don't use this card anymore. Please take that credit or take that $95 debit off the card, and they usually will. So don't pay that if you can help it. Call them and fight it. They're usually pretty cool about it. They want to keep you as a customer. It's just a way for them to make money. But if you use the card a lot, they might not waive it. So it's only really for inactivity that they're going to waive it. I'm sure there's a whole bunch more stuff that I forgot on this video, but this is pretty simple and pretty easy to do. This builds your credit, and more importantly, this teaches you how to use credit responsibly, and it really, really wakes you up to interest. A lot of people don't realize how much interest they're being charged on their credit cards. And I mean, I like to buy everything through a credit card just because it's good for my credit. It's good for purchase protection. I pay it off right away, so I don't pay any interest. But I'm a lot more disciplined than most people. I view credit as a double-edged sword, and you don't want to ride into battle and hack your own arm off, because that's what will happen if you if you do not respect credit and you use it irresponsibly, okay? You want to be able to swing that sword and slice through whatever you're swinging at. And in this case, it's premiums on bullion. So here's another card. This is the Wells Fargo Active Cash, and I have this card. Every card that I'm showing you guys in this video, I have personally, and so I know they work well, and yeah, they're good cards. It's free money. Look at this one, $200 cash rewards after you spend $1,000, 0 APR for 15 months. Everything checks out on this card. Very cool. You get 2% cash rewards on purchases. Nice. There's one that I wanted to show you guys here, because a lot of these cards will offer like monthly specials, like deals on certain things, like 5% off of eBay for the month of February, or that kind of thing. And I like to take advantage of those. And I have this card here. Okay, so this is the Freedom Flex card. It's a 500-200 card. But what's really cool about this one is on the portal, on Chase's portal online, it shows you the rotating categories for cashback. Now, what's really cool about this one is right now in October, if you go onto your PayPal account, you can link this card under the wallet option. Now, you need to make sure you do this before you use the card. Go onto PayPal and link it to your wallet on PayPal. Load up however kind of bullion or however much bullion, gold, silver, whatever, platinum, whatever you're buying. And this actually works for anything on that you're going to be paying with PayPal, not just bullion. And you go to the payment part and you select, instead of like your regular PayPal or PayPal credit or whatever regular payment method you use through PayPal, you select this Freedom card to pay. If you do that, you're going to get 5% cash back on that rotating category during October. So I just bought some bullion a little while ago in this month using this, and I got 5% cash back, which is really, really cool because PayPal is accepted by a lot of bullion dealers. So you have options. You got eBay and all the other places that take PayPal that don't normally offer, you know, a real cool discount like this. 5% is a lot of money when we're talking about gold and silver. So keep an eye out on the portals for different types of rewards, and they all do this. They all have certain ones. Like, for example, Walmart. Walmart has its own 5% off card, which is awesome because AppNex is on there. So you can get pretty good deals on certain types of metals. I found platinum is more expensive on there, but gold is cheaper on Walmart than it is on eBay or from, like, you know, the big dealers like SD Bullion and stuff, especially with this 5% cash back. So that's really, really cool. There are also, like I was saying with the rotating categories, sometimes maybe Walmart will show up as one of the rotating categories, and you can use this card. Say you don't have a Walmart card, or maybe you just, you know, don't want to support Walmart credit, so you can use this card instead and get 5% cash back. So right now, though, it is PayPal. I don't think you can use this card at Walmart and get cash back. I just wanted to clarify that. But that's still really, really cool, and it's a really good deal. And when we're talking bullion and, you know, percents, 2% might sound boring to some people, but my ears perk up when you're telling me that I can get silver and gold for 2%, 3%, 4%, 5% off. Ooh, okay. You know, I got a gold ounce close to spot using my Walmart 5% off card on Walmart.com a couple weeks ago. So very, very cool stuff here, guys. And like I said, you really want to get on top of credit. You really want to get on top of your credit. Credit allows you to do so many cool things. Maybe you want to cash out your silver and buy a house in a few years. Say silver goes to the moon, right? Well, you're going to save a lot of money when you buy that house if you have good credit, because the bank is going to give you a better rate because you appear more trustworthy. So get your credit under control. I use these cards. They're awesome. You can get bullion really cheap. Say I got 5 of these cards, right? I got $200. They're all 500, 200 cards. Well, that's $1,000 that I'm going to get in cash back that I'm going to spend on gold and silver anyway. I'm not stopping buying gold and silver. I'm always buying that stuff. So very, very cool. Here's kind of like a rundown of a few more of the cards here. We're not going to look at the business offers. This card I'm not recommending to use to buy gold and silver with, but it can be done, and you get bonus miles, for example. I really like the cashback cards because I travel, but not that much. So, you know, 75,000 bonus miles, is what it is. You may be able to cash that out for cash or something. I haven't really played around with this card in the portal yet to see what the options are, but I tend to stay away from these ones for bullion purchases. Maybe this card would be good for like gas or something, you know, and you can rack up points over time. And I'm not seeing it on here right now, but there's a student card on here somewhere. So say you're a young silver stacker. The student card is cool because it gives you a little bit of cash back, but you'll probably qualify for it even if you don't have any credit or any credit history. And that's a good place to start building up your credit, so then maybe you can get some of these cards later on. And yeah, I'm sure I missed something, like I said, guys. So if I have, please let me know. But these are really, really cool ways to get silver cheaper. It really doesn't, you know, take much skill or knowledge to do it. You just want to make sure you avoid interest no matter what. And don't spend money that you don't have. If you don't have $500 in cash or in your bank account ready to go for silver, do not buy it on the card. Don't do panic buying. Don't be like, oh, I need silver now because it's going to go to the moon tomorrow. And then just charge up a whole bunch of money on your credit card that you can't pay back quickly, or maybe not at all. You really don't want to play around with interest, and you don't want to play around with debt. Even if you're paying 0% APR, if you have like $5,000 or something, but you don't have charged up on your card, but you don't have the cash, well, that interest period is going to run out. You might lose your job, not be able to pay it back, or just, you might be financially strained until it's paid off, and you just don't want to do that. You want to be able to buy stuff on your own terms, and if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And credit's kind of like that too, like except it's kind of the reverse. If you got a bunch of credit card debt, I mean, if you hold it, you got to pay it back, okay? So this is how I buy bullion. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to go out and do this. This is just a tip that I use. So do with that what you will, but it has saved me a lot of money, and it's really easy. So guys, I hope this helps you. And if you've been burned by credit before, especially with APR, leave comments, because I want people who are maybe new to these type of cards, I want them to see like what can happen if you're irresponsible. But if you're responsible and you have the cash, I mean, why wouldn't you save 40%? Look at that, 200 off 500. That's 40%. That's a 40% off a roll of buffaloes. Very cool stuff. Well, I don't know if buffaloes are 500 anymore, but the crazy premiums. But it's a good little trick, and a lot of people will send in checks to some of their online dealers to get a lower price. Checks are cash, but then you got to send stuff through the mail, and you got to wait, and it's just a pain in the butt. This is just so much easier. Guys, this is Stacker Factor. I hope this helps. Signing off.